What's up, NCK fam? What's up, NCK fam, and happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to all my black people. That's why I said black and not black and brown, because we will not POC Juneteenth. Happy Liberation Day to all my black people, right? If you don't know what Juneteenth is, it is now a federal holiday, right? Celebrating the freedom of black people in the U.S. So June 19th, 1865, 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln had signed in the Emancipation Proclamation freeing enslaved people, soldiers from, I think, the North came to Texas and told the other enslaved individuals in Texas that they were actually free, because even though the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, some enslaved people were still being enslaved. So now we are free, and they celebrated with singing and dancing and joy and prayer and praise and food and all that good stuff, right? So happy Liberation Day to us, yay! Even though, even though we might have Juneteenth as a federal holiday, we as black people are still not free. Like, I'm pretty sure in 15 states, they have made it illegal to have Juneteenth taught in school, which is like really, really crazy, right? In all fairness, I did film a video about Juneteenth previously, but I did not like the quality, and I thought it would be a disservice to myself if I posted that video on this platform without, you know, redoing it. So Saturday, Juneteenth, I filmed a Haitian mukbang, and I also talked about Juneteenth and, you know, like I just did. And during that mukbang, I showed different Haitian food. So I had a fritai, if I'm pronouncing that right, which is a fried food platter. And if I have videos, I will link it here. It came with griot, fried sweet potato, fried okra, fried flour. I thought it was like a fritter, but it's very similar to a beignet. I have pickles. I have fried plantain, or in Haitian culture it's called banan. I had chicken patties, which is so good. Like, I think it might be controversial, but Haitian patties might / are better than Jamaican patties, but try it for yourself and you'll see. So I had the Haitian chicken patties. I had some brown rice and beans, even though I was looking to get the black rice, which is black because of the mushroom that is soaked in that gives it this black color, but they didn't have any, which was so sad. And I had some legume, but I did not like their legume. It was not the best. In the video, I was saying how my aunt, she makes legume because she is married to a Haitian man, so she does cook that cuisine. So I liked her legume better. Did I say pickles? Yeah. So that's what I had, and it was me and Mama Nell in the backyard, and we was just eating, and it was really good, really fun to, you know, try different foods. But the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video was about Juneteenth, and there were some quotes that I wanted to talk about that I saw on Facebook, and I'm gonna read these out loud just in case, you know, people who are, you know, hard of seeing. If you're hard of hearing, are you also hard of seeing? Well, just to be accessible, I want to read these quotes out for people who, you know, cannot see, and be inclusive in this environment. Yeah, so let me grab those quotes and I'll read it for y'all. I share these things on my Facebook, but I wanted to make sure that I'm coming on here and sharing these on all platforms. So here we go. Gaslighting is making Juneteenth a federal holiday while banning critical race theory in schools, destabilizing COVID mutual aid efforts, refusing to defund and abolish police, and blocking reparation legislations. Go play in someone else's face, America. We'll give you Juneteenth as a holiday, but we won't teach the kids why it's a holiday. This country is a joke. Banning the teaching of systematic racism is actually a perfect example of systematic racism. To add on to this, it reminded me of the skit Trevor Noah did, where he was like, imagine if in American history we only talked about the white people from when they first came to America into like something recent. We would be crazy. But that's the same thing we do with Black history. Like, we only talk about the 2 or 3 important Black people that we know of, but there's so much history left to be unlearned. Like, I'm even in college as a junior, there was this girl in my class who didn't even know who W.E. Du Bois was. So please push for critical race theory. Still waiting on the anti-Black hate bill to be passed. It's Juneteenth and reparations. It's Juneteenth and end police violence plus war on drugs. It's Juneteenth and end housing plus education apartheid. It's Juneteenth and teach the truth about white supremacy in our country. Black liberation in its totality must be prioritized. In this picture, there is a male reaching over a whole bunch of steps, jumping over, talking about race in school, voting rights, stop police violence, reparations, and skipping all the way to making Juneteenth a national holiday. This one comes from Najalise. We actually went to Angelique together. She writes, in honor of Juneteenth, don't forget that slavery is still legal in this country. The 13th Amendment only abolished chattel slavery. Also, consider your language when speaking on this topic. Stop saying slaves. There were people who were enslaved. These were doctors, teachers, engineers, etc., who were trafficked from their homeland. Stop saying slave owners / masters. They were human traffickers or enslavers. Monsters also work. Stop saying runaway slave. They were self-liberated and did nothing wrong by running from their enslavers. If you have never thought about this, then this is exactly why we need critical race theory in our classrooms. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. Give Black people reparations now. Since Juneteenth is popular now, you may see a bunch of clothing of Juneteenth in major stores like Walmart or Target. Please buy your Juneteenth clothing from local Black-owned stores or Black-owned online stores. This is all. Juneteenth is about Black people. It's not about any other group. We will not POC Juneteenth. Us. Hey, could the police just treat us better? ABC. Black Bachelor, Starbucks. Black It Up, Bartistas, Netflix. Watch all these Black movies and shows now. Hulu or else. Band-Aid, We Got Ya Boo Boos Fam. TV, all the cop shows canceled. City, let's paint these roads, y'all. CEOs, listen, y'all take Juneteenth off. That's on us. Us again. Okay, but the police? If you're saying to yourself, Black people got Juneteenth, so they should be happy, you might want to consider yourself part of the problem. Lastly, this is a picture of a memorial depicting those who chose the sea. This memorial, I think Aro just told me about it. It's in Grenada, which is really cool. So it says, millions never made it. They either chose death over bondage or got sick along the way. But Juneteenth is theirs too. Hashtag those who chose the sea. For further visuals, it is a memorial that has Black people holding hands at the bottom of the sea or either laying down, representing those who either jumped over and did not want to stay in bondage. All in all, I would hope that moving forward that we won't just have Juneteenth as another, check in the belt. Like, you know how they did with last year with the Civil Rights Part 2, where they had the first bachelor, and you know, Target allowing their employees to wear the black mask, but there wasn't real change. The goal is to have real change. Having Juneteenth is amazing. It is the second national holiday for black people. That's wild, right? But let it not just be like a good, like, you know, like how you want your dog to do something. I forgot how the meme went, but it was like you have all these things and like you threw a little bone and you're like, good dog, now go away, move, because you got like a little prize. But let it actually be a day that we, you know, start to move forward in our country with acknowledging race and how racial disparities are affecting us in our everyday life, down from, you know, medical to educational to financial, right? And how we can move forward as a country. If you are, you know, non-black or even some black, anti-black people, definitely do not take this day to sit down and relax. I know some people have, you know, started a movement of, if you're a non-black, Cashapp your black friends. I will leave mine down below, just kidding. But definitely take this time to educate yourself, right? In the What's Next video after the protests of last year, I made sure to list some ways that you can, you know, educate yourself through books, movies, things to do with your kids, how to donate to the black cause, whether you have money or if you don't have money, you can still donate. So I'll make sure to link that video after this video so that you have, you know, practical ways where you can be proactive during this time. Because like I said in that video, it's not enough to be not racist, but you also have to be anti-racist. And anti-racist comes with education, comes with being proactively anti-racist. I don't know what else to say, but that's all I have for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, again, this was previously filmed and I was debating on whether to put it up or whether not to put it up because I did not like the quality, but I said I will not, you know, risk content that people need to hear about racial injustice in this country just because I don't like how it looks. So I'm refilming it, and hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Happy Juneteenth to all my black people. See y'all in the next one. Don't forget to support black businesses on this day, right? I forgot to mention it earlier, but every Juneteenth I make sure to support black businesses. That's how I ended up with the Haitian food, because last year me, Kay, and Silas, we also ordered from a Haitian spot. So make sure, I mean, not a Haitian spot, but a black owned spot. So make sure to support black businesses on this day. Do not go to Walmart for your t-shirts. Do not go to these other places for your Juneteenth apparel. Shop at black owned businesses. Support your black friends. All right, NCK fam, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.